Today I am going to teach you English grammar. In English grammar, I have taken a topic called tenses. The tense, the word which has been derived from tempus. It is a Latin word. In Latin, tempus meaning is time. But in our real life, according to as per the English, tense is different from time. So what is meant by tense and what is meant by time here? Generally, we will think that tense and time both are same. But tense is different from time here. First of all, let us describe its definition. The tense is a form of a verb which tells time of an action or time of an event. See here, this is the definition. What is tense here? The tense is a form of a verb. So form of a verb is called tense. Okay. Now in this, how we are getting this one? See here, this definition we are describing, we are learning with examples. Now three examples I am going to take here. Example number one, that is Raju is writing a letter. Example number one. Second example, Raju wrote a letter. Second example. Third example, Raju will write a letter. See here, three examples I have taken here. But in English, what is the sentence formation means? If you see here, first subject will be there, next verb will be present, next object is there. If you talk about in Telugu, generally first subject will come, next object will come, last verb will come in Telugu. So this is Telugu. Now this is English. Now what is meant by subject here? Subject means doer of an action is called subject. Verb means doing some work, whatever the action which will be expressing the which are known as verbs. Now whatever the doer whatever is doing, its impact will be falling on something else, that is called object here. Now let us see here. In this first statement, Raju is the doer of an action. What is doing? What Raju is doing here? Raju is doing some writing work. Writing is also some kind of work only. So Raju is doing some writing work. Therefore, Raju is subject. His writing is the verb. Now due to its writing, so where he is, what he is doing here? A letter. Okay, this is called object. Sometime in every time object may not be present. In such cases, we can see the complement. Now see here also Raju. This is the subject. Wrote is a verb. Letter is a object. Here Raju. Here will write. This is a letter. Now in three statements, what is subject here? Doer of an action. Raju. In here also Raju subject, here also Raju subject, here also Raju subject. Now in this statement, is writing is verb. Here in second statement, wrote is verb. Here will write is, this is the verb. This is called object, letter. Here also letter, here also letter. Now three subjects same, three objects same. But what is different here? Only this verb forms only different here. Here he is writing. Here wrote, here will write. So three different verb forms we can see in three different statements here. Now actually, what is the definition of this tense? Tense is a form of a verb. Form of a verb means, see here, Raju is writing a letter means with the help of this verb form, he is writing means the action which is going on right now. So this indicates the time of an action. Okay. time of an action means this verb form indicates present time. So present time means, therefore this is called present tense. Actually, the definition of present tense is the verb which shows present time is called present tense. The action which is going on present time, therefore this is called present tense. Right? Now, this verb, this form of a verb, total different forms are there. In all the statements, subject same, object same. Here one verb form, here another verb form, here another verb form. So actually I have written form of a verb is called tense. So with help of this verb form represents present time. Wrote means action completed. Therefore, this verb form represents action already completed. So therefore, this indicates past time. Therefore, this tense is called past tense. Now, will write. Will and shall exclusively using for future tenses only or future events only. Therefore, Raju will write a letter means he is going to write letter in future. So therefore, will write, this verb form represents future time. That future time is called future tense here. Now, from this we understand what is meant by tense here. Tense is a form of a verb which tells or which represents or which indicates time of an action. So this verb indicates whether the action is going on, whether the action has completed or action is going to happen in future. So this everything will be decided based on this form of verb only. So here this verb form represents action is going on. Therefore, this is called present tense. In this second statement, this verb form represents action has completed. Therefore, this represents past tense. Now, in third statement, will write, this verb form represents time is going to happen in future. Therefore, this verb form represents future tense. Now, from this we have understood here in English total there are 3 tenses we have. Okay. Now we are moving with types of tenses, and each tense has 4 states or 4 types we are having. So that we are going to discuss sequentially. We have 3 types of tenses. 3 types of tenses. According to scientific grammar, we have only 2 tenses only, that is present tense, past tense, future time. Future tense is wrong actually, but our conveniency we are using that future tense only, but in most of the books also it will be written as future tense. Now see here, first one present tense and second one past tense, third one future tense or future time. If you see IFLU textbooks, you can find there IFLU grammar future time only but not future tense. Now you can write future time also, no problem. Now basically how many types of tenses we have means we have 3 types of tenses, that is number 1 present tense, past tense, future tense, and each tense has 4 aspects or 4 states. 4 states, these are also known as aspects. 4 aspects are 4 states. Now first aspect, that is simple. Second one continuous, and third one perfect, fourth one perfect continuous tense. Perfect continuous tense. Perfect continuous. Now see here, basically we have 3 types of tenses. Each tense has these 4 aspects or 4 states. If you talk about present tense, here This present tense, if you take here, now this will be having four states like see here, simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. If you take the similarly past tense also, simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense. If you take future tense, simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. Now, like this, each tense has four states or four aspects. Now, we are going to learn present tense and its states we are going to describe right now. First one, present tense. In this first state, that is simple present tense. Simple present tense. What is simple present tense? First of all, we have to write here its structure: subject plus V1 plus object. Now, subject means doer of an action. Now, in this is the verb one for the verb base form, or it is also known as present form plus object. So, this is the structure. But in our English, total how many subjects we are having generally? See here, subjects I am writing over here: I, we, you, they, he, she, it, name. See here, total how many subjects we are having here? Tell me here. Total subjects, these are the total number of subjects in our English. Apart from this, some other subjects also we can write here. Suppose your plus any name, your daughter, your son, your father. So this kind of subjects also we can take here. Now, but basically we are using I, we, you, they, he, she, it, name. So it is like a formula you can use here. Now in this formula, this you can substitute here. Okay. Now subject refers to any one of this you can substitute here. Now verb refers to what is meant by verb form. Verb form means like go, present forms. Like you can take go, you need to bring like bring, like write, like sing. Okay, V1 forms. So like these are also known as V1 form is known as this is main verb. Main verbs are also known as lexical verbs. This is very very important. As for the scientific grammar, we will be calling like that. But basically, this is object maybe refers to anything. It may be coming. But basic objects are for I. Object will be me. We for us. You for you. They means them. He, him, she, her. It means it. Name means name. But other than these, other objects also may be coming. But every sentence may be having object, may not be having object. In place of object, sometimes there is a chance to come complement also. Complement also it may be coming, or sometimes like complement is nothing but some adverbs will be coming. So any some other than object is coming, that is known as like complement. Now we are going to discuss about this one, how we are going to frame the sentences. Then afterwards I am going to explain its clues and everything, or else we will be starting with the clues, then it will become very easy. Let us talk its clues, then we will be moving with its examples. Now first of all, let us talk about its clues. Clues are nothing but identification words. If these words are coming, means definitely the tense will become simple present tense, right? So what are the words means? Once a day, once a week, once a month, once a year. Once a year. Now, see here, twice a day, twice a week, Now, sorry. Now, twice a day, twice a week, twice a month, twice a year. Now, thrice word also you can use. Thrice a day, thrice a week, thrice a month, thrice a year. Now, a day. Twice a means two times in a single day. Twice a week, two times in a week. Twice a day means two times in a day. Twice a week means in 1 week two times. Twice a month, in 1 month two times. Twice a year, in 1 year two times. Thrice a day means in 1 day three times. Thrice a week means in 1 week three times. Thrice a month means in 1 month three times. Thrice a year means in 1 year three times. So these are the clues or identification words. Other than this, commonly and sometimes never, frequently, frequently. Now, these are the words we are using in this simple present tense. These are the clues or identification words. Whenever these words are coming means simply we can understand that this tense will be definitely simple present tense only. Now, after completion of this, its uses we will discuss. Now, see here uses where we are using to express habitual actions. Habitual action means habits. So habits means like, see, she goes to temple daily. Now this is one statement. So to express habitual actions means now this is the regular work or habit. So if anything if you do 21 days that will become habit. So she goes to temple daily or regularly means this is the habit. Now she is called subject, goes is called verb, and this is the not object. This is called complement. Here in place of object I have written here. Now this is subject plus verb 1 plus object. Now see here in this is called normal assertive sentence. This is now we are going to do it after completion of certain examples. How we are converting into question form, or else we start now itself only. Now see here how we are converting into question form here. This means she does go to temple. Subject, this is the verb, this is complement. Now see here in this sentence, but in English each and every sentence must made up of subject, helping verb, main verb, complement or object. Now if you want to converting into this statement is called assertive sentence. Assertive sentence. This is also known as declarative sentence. This is also known as positive statement or positive sentence. Now, actually, this is called assertive or positive sentence. If you convert this positive sentence into question format, see here what I am doing. So, you need to see the helping verb. So, this statement I have converted into like this. In English, without helping verb, single statement also not available. See here, she goes to meaning is, this goes meaning is nothing but does plus go. This is called goes. Okay. Now see here, if you want to bring the what you have to do here, if you want to converting into question form, this helping verb you need to bring before the subject. Then this entire statement will become question. See here. Now in this helping verb, total how many helping verbs are there in English? 24. In out of 24 helping verbs, every sentence must made up of any one of the helping verbs. You need to bring that helping verb before the subject. Remaining words as it is you need to write here. Then it is converting into question. See here, this I am writing does. Okay. Now does she go to temple? Here I forgot to write this one daily. You can write here daily. Okay. Now this became question now. So how we converting into the question? Any statement, we need to bring the helping verb before the subject. Here this only word I bring before the subject here. Remaining word as it is I wrote. Leftover word. This is leftover word. Leftover word. Leftover. Leftover. As it is I have written here. This converted into question. This is called interrogative sentence. Question mark I put here. This is called interrogative sentence. Okay. Now different uses it is having actually. Now if you want to express universal truths, second reading, universal truths. Universal truth means, see here, the sun rises in the east. The sun rises. The sun rises in the east. So this is called universal truth. Nobody can deny this one. So sun is always in entire, wherever you go in entire world, everybody can say that the sun will be rising in the east only. This is called universal fact or universal truth. So this kind of statements we need to express in simple present tense only. See here, this is called subject, this is called verb, this is called object. But I wanted to tell you here, when here S-I-R-I-S-E-S I have written here, when we add in case of simple present tense to the verb one form, we need to add yes or es or ies plus object. So this is very very important here. To this V1 form, we must add the yes or es or ies. Then we need to write the object. When we have to add this one. When subject is in third person singular, see here, third person singular, like he, she, he, it, name. So these are known as third person singulars. When subject start with these, any one of these, the verb must be having, the V1 form must be possessing either yes or es or ies. We need to add here. Why we have to add means, actually according to Concord is nothing but whenever subject is singular, verb must be singular. So therefore, all the V1 forms are basically plurals. So therefore, in order to converting into V1 form singular form, we need to add the yes or es or it name. So these are called third person singulars. Whenever these are the third person singular, so in this case, the sun is a name only. Therefore, it is followed by es. Okay. Now let us take one more example. Suppose I am taking he runs fastly. Now this is called subject. Now this is the V1 form, but he is the third person singular here. Therefore, he got here yes form. Now therefore, this is the yes form I have written here. So fastly is called adverb, right? Now like this we are adding, when if subject is in third person singular, we should add yes or yes or es or ies to the verb form. Now like this we are adding here. Now universal facts, all the newspaper headlines also we are expressing in simple present tense only, and as well as in like cricket commentaries are there, broadcast commentaries, everything we must express in simple present tense. Now historical present, suppose any epics which are happening, that we must mention in simple present tense. When subject is in third person singular, we must add the yes or ies or es to the this verb form. So therefore, in all these cases, here also subject is sun is a name. Okay, third person singular. Therefore, I have added yes to the this verb form. Now here, this is he is the third person singular. I have added yes to the this verb form. Similarly, suppose she go to school. If you write like this, it is wrong. We must add here. She is the third person singular. Here we need to add here es, not yes, because when any word which is ending with vowel, we must add the es. Now some more examples we can discuss. Few more examples. He carry a bag. This is wrong. Don't write here. He is third person singular. He carries a bag. You should write here. Whenever any word which is ending with Y, we must write here IES. Right? So this is regarding simple present tense and its different uses. So wherever we are using. Now I am going to make one statement in different format. Let us write here. She writes a letter. So in this this is called assertive sentence, or it is also called declarative sentence or positive sentence. This I want to converting into negative form, negative interrogative and positive question interrogative. So these things we are going to see now. Writes meaning is she does write. Here does will be there. In English, every verb, each and every sentence must made up of the helping verb. So therefore here writes meaning is does helping verb plus write. Total how many helping verbs are there in English? 24 helping verbs are there. Out of 24 helping verbs, at least one helping verb must be used here. So she does write a letter. Now, so when we are using does here, whenever third person subject is third person singular, we should use does here. Now this if I want to converting into question format, then this verb should be, helping verb should be bring or put before the subject, then entire statement will become question. Therefore, here, does she write a letter? It become question here, right? This is the interrogative. So if you want to become negative, what we have to do here? She doesn't write a letter, right? This is called negative form. A negative interrogative form also available. So whatever the doesn't is available here, this you need to bring in front of this subject she, it becomes negative interrogative, that is called doesn't she write a letter. But in old English, this is the modern actually, in old English we used to write actually does she not write a letter, it is also right only, but according to modern English we are not using such kind of uses. Now according to modern English, does and not are helping verb and not should be combinedly we are writing here. So therefore doesn't she write a letter, this will become negative interrogative. Now this is regarding simple present tense. Now in the next class we are going to discuss with next tense. Thank you very much.